this is Shokora Zouheikyoku aka chocomint, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Teachers with Love and Passion. In the last playthrough, we just finished the sport festival with the teachers. With their shenanigans, their chaotic situation at the sport festival remained the same, and we had some bonding with Mr. Ray Fox, which is very heartbending. He's a really suspicious, but he's also kind of Hannah's type, so good for her. Anyway, we have finished off earlier with the start of Mr. Ray Fox route, which they has indicated that we are in the route now. And so let's try our best to get a good ending, and instead of getting kidnapped or horrible things happening. Let's hope for the best. Let's go. After a few days of resting in bed, I'm finally back to work. My ankle is still a little sore, but not enough to worry me. Last night, Christy called me to ask how I was doing, and I realized I was feeling good enough to come back. We also talked about the euphoria that came after the competition during my hiatus. Everything was just like Edgar had predicted. The teacher's fight really gave them an unforgettable memory. Of course, it wasn't what Thomas had planned, but he got the result he wanted. But it doesn't mean Edgar and Marcus would be spared from his lectures. Christy told me about how our hard-working principal tried to punish both of them, but ended up regretting it. I wish I could have seen that, heh. And of course, she spent hours telling me how much my students were missing me. It seems that they were asking about me all the time and kept bothering Thomas to call me and send me their wishes. Oh, that's so sweet. Hearing it melted my heart into warm feelings. And maybe this is the main reason why I am back here today. I can't wait to see them. Oh, look who's back. I turn my head back when I hear a familiar voice standing out in the ground. A voice so distinctive that my heart skips a beat before I can see the face behind it. With hands in his pockets and the same casual smile I now know so well, Mr. Fox walks slowly towards me in the hallway. I can't help the joyful feeling overflowing on my lips, looking at the face I have been looking forward to seeing for so long. My heart feels warm, but for some reason, my hands are sweating coldly. Good morning. Long time no see, Doctor. Yeah, it was only a week, but it felt like ages without your bright smile around here. Flirty as always. It was the same for me. I was missing this place. The place also missed you. But not just that. Eh? I also missed you. Oh my, ooh. After so many weeks working in the school and talking to Mr. Fox almost every day, I started to grow used to his smooth talk. It doesn't mean it doesn't affect me, but hearing it so much helped me disguise the fluttering in my heart with a better reaction on my face. And even so, I was not prepared to hear him saying those words. How could I when he says it so softly, showing me his lazy smile as he stares into my eyes? Ooh. In an attempt to cover the loud bowing on my chest, I shake my head and roll my eyes, getting a smile on his face. Even if he only said it to get me embarrassed, I'm still glad to know he was waiting for me. And I'm happy to see you here. Does it mean you are feeling better? Yes, my ankle is a little sore, but I'm completely fine. Oh, in that case. You won't mind paying me a visit later at my office, would you? Why? For a free checkup. And do I really need to? I'm feeling fine. I'm not forcing you to come, but I honestly wouldn't mind spending some time with you there. As expected, he always finds a way to catch me off guard and silence me with his charms. At other times, I would get flustered and stutter at his stare, but now I only feel my heart fill with joy. Hey, I missed you. Uh, what? What was that expression though? Is it time already? Yeah. I look around, watching the kids run past us with smiles and joyful voices. The hustle of school life is resuming back into my routine. I think this is what it means to feel complete. Turning back to Mr. Fox, I slide my hair behind my ear, shaking the books in my hands. Look, no promises, but I will try to visit you on my break, okay? That's enough for me. Alright, then I better go. I answer him, already turning and walking towards the stairs at the end of the hall. Oh, and just one more thing. His voice sounds a little louder, not much to urge me, but enough to get my attention. When I turn around, I find kind eyes and a soft smile waiting for me. It's not the same expression he had a minute ago. It's not even the same situation anymore. I tilt my head, hiding my anticipating heart behind question marks. He chuckles, leaning his body in my direction before parting his lips softly. Welcome back, Miss Fine. The heavy bowing in my chest dispels any doubt that was one hanging there. I am home, is all I can think about, but my lips don't dare to say it. Try not to force your body too much today. There is a silly smile hanging on my lips, and I wonder if the sweet sensation lingering in my chest is only because I missed him. And please don't run. Laughing, I glance over my shoulder, waving goodbye before doing the opposite of his request. Oh my god. I can sense his eyes following me from behind me as he shakes his head in disbelief. God, I really missed this. It was heartwarming to see my students again after so long. Their small bright eyes, the smiles, and even the screamings make me feel at home again. And of course, I was forced to give the first 30 minutes of my class to the questions about my health. I shouldn't have let it land so much, but there were so many misunderstandings about what happened that I couldn't help it. Some kids thought I had broken my leg, others thought it happened in a fight after the competition, and some even thought Mr. Fox was at fault here. The last one really made me laugh. It took some time, but in the end, I was able to explain it all and take their worries away. And as a good teacher, as I am, I didn't let all this talk go to waste. I took the chance to talk about how human bodies work to heal physical damage with a living example in front of them. Ooh, very practical. It was the most interesting class I had done in a while. And now, I'm on my way to make sure what I said in class is being applied to my body. It is break time, and as planned, I'm going to meet Mr. Fox in his office. I'm halfway down the hall, already feeling my body tensing up. I always get a little anxious to do checkups, but this time, I think something is making me more nervous. Or maybe it's someone. I always feel like this when I need to be alone with him. I hope he doesn't tease me too much. We have created a strong bond since I started working here. I visit him from time to time to just ask how he is doing. And sometimes he invites me over to have a cup of coffee in his office. Just like this morning, he is always friendly and kind to me. I love it, but sometimes, just sometimes, I feel anxious about it. No matter how much I try to play his game, he always finds a way to win me over and mess up my feelings. Shaking my head, I take one last step to reach the door, but as I'm about to knock, I hear a muffled voice coming from inside. He told me about it. Really? So he already made up the whole story. Is that Thomas? I don't think he did. Oh, yes, because I know you well enough to know what you would do in that situation. Hmm. Can I take your silence as a positive response? No. Ray, why the hell did Lars tell you that? I think he took it as harassment. Hmm. Harassment? Is he accusing me of harassment? I know. I was checking Hannah's ankle, Thomas. What? Why are they talking about it? I was doing my job. No, I. It can't be. Lawrence can't be that annoying. Hmm. I don't know what surprises me the most. Hearing them talk about something that happened a week ago or hearing about Mr. Hansen's accusation. Of course, that situation was embarrassing and awkward, but it didn't affect me at all. It wasn't a big deal. But looking from Hansen's point of view now, it may have looked like something was going on between us. Uh, how am I supposed to look at Hansen's face now? I just don't understand why he didn't talk directly to me. We could have prevented this misunderstanding and saved Ray from such an awkward situation. Unless there is a long pause before I hear Ray sighing loudly behind the door. And what did you say? I told him to come down and let me talk to you first. You told Lawrence to come down? I'm surprised you are still alive. Well, yes, that was the wrong move. He got so angry and. But this is not about it. Yeah, so are you here to give me a warning or something? Oh no, that's not it. I believe Lawrence was exaggerating it, so I'm not taking it seriously. Thanks. But if Miss Fine complains about you, I'm not giving you a second chance. I hope that doesn't happen. Ray's disappointed voice stings in my heart. Not just that, it also bothers me that he didn't say he won't let that happen. He simply hopes it not happen. Why do I feel so anxious? I'm here because Lawrence let it slip that you two were arguing that day. Eh, this is another topic I shouldn't be listening to, but I can't help it. Now that I'm here, I want to know more. Yeah, that's some juicy gossip there. Not a good move there, Hannah, but still. And I have heard some kids talking about it too. It's happening too often lately. Really? Are you being sarcastic or you really didn't notice it? Thomas' voice rises with frustration, but Ray doesn't give him an answer. At this point, I can only imagine the fox's face staring at him to push his limits. Can't you stop it? Why are you telling me that? He is the one starting it. It's always the same. I'm in my office, doing my thing. Then Lars barged in and started pointing his fingers at my face. What do you expect me to do about it? Not push him further like you always do. Hmm. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that grew old. Thomas' voice doesn't sound as angry as his words suggest. However, it is enough to silence the room. Staring at the door, I try to imagine what is happening there. Thomas is probably sitting on the chair I usually sit in when I visit Mr. Fox, while the doctor seems to be walking around as his voice waves in the conversation. Haven't you had enough? It's been ages. I know that better than anyone. Ray's voice is steady, tired, and a little frustrated. It is a sound I have never heard from him before, and for some reason, it puts a pained expression on my face. I don't understand what it is about, but I know the feeling shared in this room. I just want my friends back. Hmm. The silence is heavy. Thomas' last words seem to float like a dark cloud in the sky. There is no answer, no reaction, just mutual fear as if the future is unpredictable. I haven't noticed until now that my hand is resting on my chest, holding a fist that wishes for a better resolution. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it. It's okay. I sometimes I wish I could do that for you. I hear a faint, distant smile in his words, something strong enough to shut Thomas for a while. It seems that there is nothing more to be said. There is no conclusion, and any attempt would only put them in a painful situation. Look, I would try to hold back with the arguing, but you better tell him not to bother me too. I don't think it is going to work, Thomas, but I'm glad you suggested it. Hmm. Someone is dragging a chair, and someone is laughing under their breath. Sometimes the best way to show support is not to push the issue further. Pain can be comforting when you share it with someone, and I think that's what they were looking for in this whole conversation. Well, since it's all decided, I better get going. Eh, I was so invested in their conversation that I forgot I was still standing behind the door. Panicking, I try to pretend I am looking for something inside my bag as I hear the knob turning. I have a lot of work to do. Miss Fine, what are you doing here? I turn my head up at Thomas' surprised voice, pretending to be shocked to see him. Oh, hi, Thomas. I just got here. I. Mr. Fox asked to see me after my classes, so. Oh, hmm. My voice is quivering, and my cheeks are bright red. This is the face of a guilty liar. Oh no! Oh. Will the lie? Will the fly? Will he buy that lie though? Thomas doesn't say anything about it. Instead, he glanced? I think it's glanced. He glanced over his shoulder to confirm his doubts with the man behind him. I couldn't see Red's face too well from here, but I could imagine what kind of expression he probably had in his eyes. His silence is easier to read than his words. I didn't know he would be busy. I see. But don't worry, I'm already leaving. Oh, hmm. Awkward. Thomas is probably worried about me hearing their conversation, and I feel terrible for listening to it and not telling him that. He glares at me, trying to read it through my eyes, making drops of sweat pop on my forehead. Oh dear. Thomas, would you mind letting Miss Fine in? Hmm? Get out of the way. Oh, sorry. Ray appears at the door, pushing Thomas to the side and saving me from getting into trouble. Anyway, sorry for taking so much of your time, Ray. Don't worry about it. It was good to see you, Miss Fine. Yeah, same. Excuse me. Waving goodbye, Thomas walks away, leaving me, Ray, and his suspicious behind. Wait, what? Wait, what? Suspicious behind? This one is the understanding of the sentence is quite concerning, but I'm not going to comment on that. Suspicious behind. You can take the meaning in many ways here. But anyway, the doctor leans against the door jamb, crossing his arms, watching Thomas with a nostalgic smile on his lips. I look at him, puzzled, understanding what he is seeing is not the same as what I am seeing. Suddenly, his eyes turn to me, freezing me in place. Hmm, coming? He didn't mention anything about what just happened, yet there was a different smirk on his face as he welcomed me in. Now I am starting to wish Thomas didn't leave so soon. Oh my. Quietly, I follow him inside the room. I thought it would be better if I just kept my mouth shut about what I heard earlier. But I don't think it wasn't a smart idea. Huh? Wait, what? So is it a smart idea or not? So I think it means that it was a smart idea to do that because we have the negative and negative. So because now I look more guilty for trying so hard to keep a poker face. Ray closes the door behind us and walks past me, motioning for me to take a seat on the bed while he cleans up his desk. Following his instructions, I sit down, waiting for my cue to talk. Thank you for making some time for me, Miss Fine. I thought you would be too busy since everyone was eager to see you again. Yeah, I think they were a bit upset when I told them I'll come here. Oh, but they all agree on it when I told them about the checkup. I think they are still worried about my ankle. That's good. As I'm still trying to find a comfortable position, I notice a soft smile on his lips. It's more timid to say the least, something I haven't seen before. I turn my gaze to his desk, searching for a reason for that, but there is nothing to give me a clue. What's wrong? Nothing. Uh, I'm sorry. I'm just feeling a little happy to know you choose me over them. Uh, It sounds stupidly childish, but you kind of have this effect on me. Mr. Fox, please. I can't take him seriously, but I also can't help how my heart feels whenever he says something so sweet. Yeah, it makes my heart melt too, girl. He laughs it off, pulling a chair to sit in front of me. How did you feel this morning? Anything strange? No, I haven't moved around too much too. Good. How about the past few days? Have you been pushing your body? Maybe. I mean, I did a little housework here and there, but nothing too wow. I also made sure to keep the heavy stuff away from me. Very good. Ray softly pulls my skirt up to my knee before carefully holding my ankle. I feel an electric stream run all over my legs when his fingers brush on my skin, removing my shoes and socks. Ooh, electrica. I shouldn't be feeling this agitated. It's just a checkup. Something I've done several times with several doctors. This is nothing. And yet, my heart is beating faster every time he gets near. Maybe it's because of the tension left from before, or maybe because I'm anxious, not knowing when he's going to tease me again. Alright, let's check it. Calling me back to this moment, Mr. Fox warns me about his next move to make sure I'm prepared for any discomfort it may cause. Trying my best to relax, I look up to the ceiling as his fingers run up and down on my skin. The touch is soft at first, but gradually gets rough and insistent. His hands cut my ankle, pressing a spot where a black stain used to be. I don't feel anything aside from a light sting, forcing me to bite my lip and hold back a moan. Oh my god! Oh my! It's I don't know if this is me, but starting to feel sensual here, guys. The situation is kinda get weird now. I try my best not to make a fuss out of it, but it's not enough. The doctor can always tell when something is wrong. Does it hurt? A little. But it's not swelling anymore. Maybe. Have you been standing for too long in your classroom? Ah, yes, all day. Have you been doing that a lot? I think so. In your house too? Yeah. How about behind people's doors? Oh no! We walked into that. Oh. He knew. Oh dear. Oh my. I shut my mouth instantly. He did not forget about that as I did, and he did wait for the perfect time to ring it up too. Very smooth. Very smooth time. Oh my god. Just like a predator after a spray, he made me comfortable, believing I was safe before setting his claws on me. Oh, that expression though. My silence lengthened. His eyes searched from my face to make sure he got the reaction he wanted. I don't even try to hide it anymore. It's clear on my face what's going through my mind. A smile slowly draws on his lips as those mischievous eyes send shivers down my spine. Satisfied, he turned back to my ankle, letting go of it. It's all good, but you have been pressuring it too much. Are you still taking the painkillers? Yes, it's in my bag right now. Good, then keep taking it until Friday. Okay. Your body is recovering very fast, so I'm sure you will be completely fine within 3 days. That's very precisely. I am a doctor after all. Sure. But if I'm wrong, you are allowed to come here and kick my ankle. Okay. Okay. Laughing, Ray helps me wear my shoes before finally finishing his checkup. Things are so weird when I am with him. At the same time, he corners me and suffocates me with strange feelings. He also makes me smile and forget about my problems. Like a roller coaster, it's hard to tell when I'm scared and when I'm having fun. Or if I'm just scared because I am having fun. So, one word is all he says for a while, allowing his voice to linger through the quiet room on purpose. I push my skirt back down and hold my hands above my lap. My face is straight in his direction, yet my eyes only stare at the floor. He is just sitting in front of me, now with his arms crossed and his body leaning back on the chair. I feel like a criminal being interrogated by a sadistic policeman. Oh my. Did you hear my conversation with Thomas earlier? Something like that. That's not an answer, Miss Fine. Uh, I'm looking for a yes or no. And if you are honest, I can consider rewarding you. His voice sounded sweet, like honey it dripping from every word. It's hard to resist the temptation of his offer. Just tell me the truth. Uh, oh my, oh my. I mean, he caught us. There's no use like deny it. So let's be honest. Yes. What a good girl. Oh my. He really likes that name though. That nickname kind of. Good girl. I'm sure a lot of people like to be praised too. Good girl or good boy. You must be looking forward to your reward. Oh my. But unfortunately, now I need to hand you to Thomas. You need to pay for your crimes. Oh no. What? I'm just messing with you. Don't worry about it. Hearing that wasn't a big deal. Really? Yeah, just the usual scolding. Thomas gets emotional about every little thing and makes a big deal out of it. He talks like such a painful conversation was meaningless to him, as if I would believe it. That conversation left so many questions about what happened between him and Hansen in the past, and why it remains a point of contention. I think of asking about their relationship, but I stopped myself from starting this topic. The last time we spoke of it, Ray made it clear that it wasn't something he wanted to share with anyone. Thomas, he loves things to be in perfect harmony because he doesn't want anyone to be sad. But he is a fool for thinking that it would be possible. Life is just like that. To be happy, one must be sad. He talks with disdain in his voice, but his face shows me the eyes of a man too tired of repeating those words to himself. Maybe Thomas is not the only one who wants things to be different. Why does it sound like you don't agree with your words? Do I? Yeah, I mean, you talk like you don't care, but you are still taking the time to explain it to me. As if it matters to you. For a moment, Ray doesn't say anything. He only watches me, thinking deeply about what I said. Our cheerful mood from earlier is completely gone. Now the silence between us has turned dull and gray. I can't help but feel guilty about it. I have already gone too deep into a place where I shouldn't even have crossed the door. Sorry, I know it's none of my business, but I can't help it. It's kind of painful to hear you talking about it. Ugh. I know it's not much, but if you need someone to talk to, remember that I am here for you. Hmm. I said that in an attempt to fix up the mood and bring comfort to his confusion, but it seems that my words caused the wrong effect. Instead of his lazy smile, my words brought an astonished look into his eyes. He looked like he just found something he didn't even know he was looking for. an expression of disturbing confusion. Worried, I opened my mouth to ask what is wrong, but my voice phased out into the doctor's soft laugh. You are too kind, Miss Fine. So much that it sounds dangerous. He grunts, shaking his head. Somehow, it looks like he's not talking to me but with his own thoughts. There is a smile on his lips, but the weight of his tired heart is showing on his shoulder. Is that a good thing? I have no idea. But maybe if we spend more time together, we will learn the answer. And I'm really curious about it. Ah! He leans in closer, winking cheerfully before standing up. Despite the confusion of feelings and poorly ended conversations, we managed to restore the previously friendly atmosphere. Seeing him smiling and teasing me really makes me happy. Well, I think we are done with your checkup and your lines. Oh my. What?
Nothing. I think I deserve it.
Yes, you do. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
Oh no, I'm good.
Well then, you are free to go.
Hearing that makes me sad all of a sudden. I was all nervous about coming here earlier, and now I don't want to leave.
Oh my.
My heart flutters at this thought. I think this is the first time I realized I feel this way. Maybe that's the effect he has on me. But I still don't know if this is good or not.
This is definitely good. You're loved. You love her. Have a good break and don't forget to eat.
Yes. Maybe he is right. We should spend more time together to know the answer. Shaking my head at my silly thoughts, I stand up. Thanking him one last time, I grab my bag and leave the room and the conversation behind.
And that should be a good pause in our playthrough today. Woo! More background about Mr. Ray Fox, now with Mr. Hanson. So they actually have some spats, some arguing and stuff that we don't know the exact details of that, but more of that topic coming up in the conversation. Even though Hannah was just eavesdropping, and she got caught. Woof. Tough luck. I guess it was kind of obvious, and her lying face is exactly very suspicious too. At least Thomas isn't pushing it, but Ray is pushing it, and he walked us right into that. Very smooth. At the very least, we actually spend more time with Ray, hearing about his feelings, and it seems that something that Hannah said strike a chord inside of him, and I guess more affection earned. Yeah. Anyway, that should be it for our playthrough today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next playthrough of Teachers with Love and Passion. Bye bye!